What else could we be forgetting?
What's up, everyone? This is Disney Plus Deets, where we break down everything you need to know about your favorite Disney Plus movies and series. I'm Kenneth.
And I'm Marcellus, and not to toot our own horns, but we're pretty much the biggest Disney Plus fans out there.
No, let's do it. Toot toot, beep beep. That's right.
Let's get into it.
Today we're talking about a classic movie that taught us so many important life lessons, like how to craft a home security system.
With paint cans.
Absolutely. Today's episode is all about Home Alone, the 1990 family movie that became an instant holiday classic. One day in the late 80s, legendary writer John Hughes was getting ready for a family trip. He made a list of everything he didn't want to forget, including his kids, which got him thinking, what would his own son do if he were left home alone? Hughes immediately sat down and wrote 8 pages of notes, which became the beginnings of the story for Home Alone.
Chris Columbus came on board to direct after being instantly impressed by the script. He loved how the story combined kids' fantasies and fears about being left home alone. Columbus got to cast his first choices for every role. For example, Emmy-winning actress Catherine O'Hara as Kevin's mom, Kate McAllister. She was attracted to the movie by the idea that a normal, loving family could make such a big, silly mistake.
Marv and Harry were the wet bandits, the robbers who broke into the McAllister home, played by Daniel Stern and future Oscar-winning actor Joe Pesci. Pesci says this is the kind of slapstick people like to see. Bad guys with funny things happening to them.
But of course, the most memorable star of all is Macaulay Culkin as Kevin McAllister. It was the 10-year-old's first leading role, and boy did he earn it. He even did some of his own stunts.
It was pretty much a kid's dream come true. He's got to slide down the stairs on the sled, skid across a frozen pond on his knees, and ride an improvised zip line, all with adult approval.
It looked so fun when I watched it. I was like, wow, he is having a blast. Filming began on Valentine's Day of 1990 in the upscale Chicago suburb of Kenilworth.
Special effects supervisor Bill Purcell had his work cut out for him when a record-breaking blizzard hit Chicago just as they started shooting. Due to the storm, the crew had to move 375 tons of snow.
After the blizzard, there was a heat wave, which melted too much of the snow. So, to restore a Christmassy look, Purcell and his crew used 360 tons of shaved ice, 6,000 pounds of potato flakes, and 11,000 gallons of airport runway foam. Mind blown.
Weather issues continued to cause complications. Columbus says 2 of his cameras froze and stopped working while shooting outdoors.
Another tough place to film was Chicago's O'Hare Airport. You can't exactly shut down O'Hare just to film a movie, so the production had to work around thousands of real travelers.
The airplane in this scene was an actual plane with real passengers that were headed for Hawaii. But the production design team switched the signs to read Paris, which confused everyone on board, but made for a great scene.
O'Hare was also used for the Paris airport scenes. The crew posted signs in French around their fake payphone setup, but this didn't stop travelers from trying to make calls. Despite the crew's best efforts, people dropped about $10 in change into the prop phones.
$10? That's half a tank of gas.
I need that.
I made my family disappear.
For the iconic McAllister home, even with an actual home to shoot in, the team still had to build sets to mimic the interior of the McAllister house. Instead of using a soundstage, they rented an abandoned high school. The building had room for all their sets, as well as classrooms where the child actors could study during the day.
The high school was so big, some of the crew used roller skates and scooters to get around.
We're the Wet Bandits.
This is also where the Wet Bandits pulled their signature move of flooding the basement. Because obviously, the crew couldn't flood a real basement just for a movie, so they built one in the school's old swimming pool.
Oh, and look, this is one of the movie's most memorable scenes, which was improvised by Culkin. He was supposed to spray cologne into his hands, apply it to his face, and then yank his hands away like it burned. Instead, we got the iconic scene with his hands on his face. And it's classic.
Everyone on set started laughing hysterically.
Little did he know, that gesture would become iconic. We gotta talk about the booby traps though. I mean, face it, seeing Harry and Marv get outwitted by a child is gold.
It was so fun to watch their reactions to everything that little Kevin had set up for them.
They went through so much.
Purcell and his crew designed everything from the hot iron to the blowtorch to the icy exterior steps and so much more.
While this looks like some seriously dangerous stuff, this is a family movie. So makeup artist Kenny Myers was tasked with making the burglar's injuries more funny than scary. He designed the iron print on Marv's face and the hilariously charred look after Harry gets torched.
I love this scene. These were actually paint cans made of rubber, created by mold maker Art Anthony. He also made the breakaway Christmas ornaments and the phony tar poured on the cellar steps, which was a mixture of licorice and corn syrup boiled together to resemble its thick consistency. Oh, here comes the family. Everybody coming back in. It's a big family reunion.
Yes.
Oh, Marcellus, I love being a part of a big family, especially being together for the holidays. What's really sweet about it is Kevin might have been kind of misunderstood in the beginning of the film because he was a little kid, but guess what? They all loved him in the end.
According to Columbus, Pesci is still constantly approached by kids asking him about Home Alone.
And editor Roger Gosnell loves that Home Alone comes back around every year during the holidays. He says you know what to expect, but it still delivers.
It sure does, and I bet it'll keep right on delivering for years to come.
And that's our show for today. Be sure to like, subscribe, and check out Home Alone, now streaming on Disney+.
Take care of yourselves and the planet, and we'll see you next time. Marcellus and Ken signing off.
What do you think the crew said after they found all those loose coins in the fake phones in the airport?
Keep the change, you filthy animal.